We live in interesting times. People are saying that the most interesting times that have ever existed, which is why I've spun 180 degrees on using Microsoft Recall, the technology that Microsoft is rolling out as part of the Copilot+ PC program. We're going to talk about Recall today, what it is, how to install Recall, how it works, what it's good for, and eventually why I don't think you should install Recall on your PC. Recall is a pretty simple concept. It's always taking screenshots of your desktop, storing them, and then allowing you to search those screenshots for the information stored within them. If you know me and you know my previous coverage, you know that I am absolutely a fan of using Recall. In theory, I still am. Recall is a fantastic idea, in concept. But in the real world, it carries with it risks that I refuse to accept, and I think you should too. Now, if you work in a small office talking to the same 5 people with business cycles that slowly churn weeks and months, well, that sounds like a great job, don't leave it. Recall may not be for you. For me, Recall organizes the life of a person who is constantly exchanging emails, chats, direct messages, and work groups, working and updating, discarding sales plans, and project timelines, and contact lists, and juggling bits of information, and then, who was it that told me the information, and what was I supposed to do? That's what Recall is designed to solve. Recall doesn't come with your PC. On some early builds, it has to be manually enabled with the Windows control panel, turn Windows features on and off option. But in newer PCs, Microsoft is pushing pretty hard with Recall, and you might see it in the out-of-box startup experience or via some other trigger. Recall is constantly taking screenshots of what you're looking at, regardless of the application, and storing those on your PC. They can take up tons of room, 75 gigabytes on one of my test PCs. Recall doesn't feel like a bad idea. Just a misguided one. You can remove Recall from your machine by turning it off via the Windows Features panel. You can simply refuse to save snapshots, leaving the existing snapshots on your PC. They can be set up to time out after a given period. You can exclude apps or websites, though that may depend if you use Microsoft Edge or not. You can also set it up so that Recall simply refuses to take a screenshot of sensitive information, including banking information and pornography. All of these sites and apps are captured and saved both as a timeline that goes back as far as you let it. You can also search by keyword, so the restaurant that you forgot the name of can be recalled by Recall without having to try to fish it out of a search engine. It's all done with a high degree of polish, so you know Microsoft thought this was a pretty big idea. Where Recall really shines is that all of these websites and files are stored as images, then read as text. So not only can you see the web page or document, but you can copy what was written there and pull it out into another application. It's important to note that Microsoft secures your information using Windows Hello, which is the biometric authentication method used to lock down your data on the PC. At almost every step of using Recall, Hello asks you to prove you're you to access the data. Now, Recall weathered a great deal of criticism early on, especially because of what critics call the lack of security. Now, Recall snapshots are locked by Microsoft's BitLocker encryption system, and you're asked to authenticate yourself when enabling Recall, launching it, accessing snapshots, even changing the settings. It's all done by Windows Hello, which uses your face or a fingerprint to unlock the data. And that's what worries me. I love Windows Hello. Microsoft's efforts to eliminate passwords began with Hello, and the ease in which Hello enables PC logins was a huge selling point for Windows 10. But Hello simply unlocks your digital life. Recall indexes it and makes it easily searchable. Pick a keyword, and anyone with access can quickly see what you had to say on it, regardless of the application or the service. You can forget your PIN, but your PC will never forget your face. Privacy doesn't mean trying to cover up crimes. Instead, the goal is to be left alone, to preserve your own personal information, to freely exchange ideas and thoughts with who you choose. Historically, the government has respected this. Today, those freedoms feel like they're under pressure. In 2012, I traveled to Dubai for a freelance assignment. While departing from the Dubai airport, I was separated from the departure line and detained inside a security office. My bags were taken and presumably searched. I remained calm and polite, and eventually I was free to go. I'm not a criminal, and I wasn't then. But Recall allows anyone with access to your information to find out what you've said just about pretty much anything that you've typed into the laptop's keyboard, innocuous or not. Look, I know some of you are going to think that I'm totally paranoid, and perhaps you're right. But if you think, well, that would never happen here, I think that line was crossed some time ago. So if you don't have a Copilot+ PC, you don't have Recall. But if you do, politely refuse its request to put Recall on your PC. I still love the idea, but just not the risks that come with it. So for more news, reviews, and tips, go ahead and check out PCWorld.com. Otherwise, keep it tuned to PC World's YouTube channel right here. I'm Mark Hochman. Thanks for watching.